I wasn't looking at the stock market today in the morning. Oh man, that's pretty red. 7% for Google. That's not normal, guys. That's not normal. Are we in a crash right now? Usually Karax is telling me in chat all the time that the market's down. That's weird.
As Brent crude surges above 100, so oil's up, stocks are down. Alphabet and Tesla tank, and in fact Tesla was down huge. It was like 15%. It was massive, and then also you had Google going down. In fact, I guess when you add it all up, Magnificent Seven lose 797 billion as AI skeptics dump tech stocks. Those are your biggest companies in the world, basically.
Wow.
They're all investing in AI, etc. And people are starting to question that. Trump to slap sweeping new tariffs on 60 trade partners as global duties expire. And this is just coming out just a few minutes ago. So it's almost like they're trying to purposely crash everything as on a daily basis. It's like, what new whacked out stuff do we have going on today? Elon then is going to try to convince you that things are great.
In around 5 years.
In 5 years?
Roughly 5 years is my guess. So there really won't be anything that AI can't do better than humans, apart from being human, perhaps.
At a more prosaic level, what will life be like?
The most likely outcome is an age of amazing abundance, where anyone can have anything they can think of. This may sound preposterous, but well, here we are in 2026. Let's see where we stand in 2036. Now, of course, there are things that could derail this, like a massive global thermonuclear war or something like that.
Right? Unless there's some sort of crazy.
So everybody's going to be rich, or we're going to have a nuclear war? What the heck? Why are those two the scenarios that could happen? That makes no sense.
War. But seriously, that's what we're facing right now. And plus, you just got lunacy at the top, right? We talk about this all the time on the channel. Will the Tesla fluffers face reality? This was actually seriously the headline in the Wall Street Journal today. Reality bites. Elon Musk and his Tesla SpaceX believers. Shares of Tesla tumble around 15%, and then yet SpaceX fallen 50% from its highs. So if you bought at the top, you've lost half.
What CEO Elon Musk had to say on the company's CapEx plans.
We should be spending on CapEx as fast as we can spend, as fast as we can, without it being too wasteful. So we're not trying to aim for like some extremely high efficiency capital spend, because that would slow things down. So it's a balance between like how much sort of capital efficiency versus time.
Guys, we got to hurry. We got to beat the competition. Let's spend all our money on AI that may never work. And this is where we're at, and Wall Street's evaluating it. Should we keep pumping up the lie? Basically,
the stock's down a lot. Biggest drop since June of last year. We went into this with Wall Street saying we want to see Tesla spend. They are. Why the negative reaction?
Well, they like to see the companies. Wall Street likes to see companies spend, but they don't like companies that spend. And look, the Tesla has never been a car story. It's always been a technology company story, an AI story. And, Wall Street has to continue to go back and forth with evaluating that. And the whole, the upcoming drivers for the company are its autonomous technology, its robo-taxi, the Optimus robots, and evolving to a physical AI company. And how you evaluate that. And it also takes a lot of capital. And it probably is going to take, and like Elon just said, they want to spend as much as they can smartly,
yes.
But they are also competing.
That is the question right there. Does this sound like a good investment to you? Guys, it's not a car company. It's like AI and robotics, and it's all about spending as much as it takes to beat your competitors. And then it's not just Tesla. It's like many companies in the market are doing that right now. We're spending all this money on AI. He's going to say, guys, it's not a car company. I would argue, yeah, you're correct. Tesla, SpaceX, these companies are basically stock pumping companies, just like Enron. So there's that.
Some way to...
I gotta remember, like, you're on You're on what you call it? You're on what you call it? Twitch. I don't remember what messages you sent, to be honest. So what have you sent in the past? Oh, you were here a while ago. Okay, it's been a few days. You're the master programmer. Elemental. Defeat the AI hypers. Okay. Got it. You're the RPer, the role player. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right. All right. Oh, you're the one that talked about the STLC stuff. That was wrong. The RP stuff. The RP. Am I role playing something? Yes. The master programmer elemental. And defeat the AI hypers. It was this one. I was like, wow. All right. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Sort of, say like, listen, guys, we're gonna focus on 5 to 10 year or longer time horizon investments. This will depress our short-term earnings, but if you take a long-term view, and there are investors, we have many investors that do take a long-term view. In fact,
I agree. I agree. Did you tell me what you're working on? I forgot. Did you tell me what you're working on? All right. Programmer. Watching Claude customers remind me of the meme. Okay. Around the 95th percentile. Not Grandmaster yet. I was working on a library for utilizing dependent types better. Ooh, nice. What languages? What languages? And what language? Programming language? C? Even deeper, guys? Even deeper? My primary language is Idris 2. What the heck is that? Idris 2. Let me see. Idris. Oh, so you're teaching yourself purely functional language, dependent on types. Haskell. Okay. Okay. Interesting. And then you're on Milken. What's Milken? Mikan. Mikan? What's Mikan? Milken, not Milken. What? No. What? The language. I meant the programming language. The fruit? Type language. So lots of type stuff, huh? Interesting. Type-driven development. Huh. That's a new one for me. That's actually a new one for me. Type-driven development. I do agree that we should use types, but we always just said use types. I don't think we ever considered type-driven development unless that's baked into TypeScript. Does TypeScript count? I use TypeScript all the time for everything. All my web services are TypeScript. Is the methodology they use an AI to create coding according to specific specification? Ah, okay. Makes sense. Thank you for educating me on that. Appreciate it. It was invented by the creator of Idris about 10 to 15 years ago. Oh, okay. That's neat. Yeah, I always use types, so in Golang and TypeScript, those are the main tech I use. Always reliably on types.
Retail investors. In fact, I find our retail investors, on balance, they're very insightful and have very long-term views.
So in other words, Elon Musk is looking forward to dumping on dumb money. That's basically what it ends up being. Oh, I love retail investors. They buy our crap. Wow, fantastic. And you can see a little bit more here.
In the same way that if you had a vastly more, if the difference in intelligence between AI and humans is vastly greater than the difference in intelligence between AI and chimpanzees, it's hard to imagine that the chimpanzees would be in charge.
I'm really
And
struck
we are
by this.
essentially an evolved form of chimpanzee. So it wasn't that long ago that we were swinging through the trees, eating bananas in the jungle. And we still eat bananas.
You said there was a 10 to 20% chance of killer robots wiping out humanity.
Yes.
So you sounded worried then. Now you seem very relaxed about it. Have you changed your view?
I still think there's risk associated with AI and robots. It's not zero. I guess I've come to my sort of...
That's long ago for the Musk family, if I had to, I guess. Yep. Guys, it makes sense, guys, that he was fearing that AI will kill us all, because based on this video, guys, I think I believe in killer robots now. I mean, China's been at it for a while, but if you look at the video that I just created in the short, this one was really crazy. This one right here. By the way, Musk looks awful. Like, seriously, he's worth 1 trillion and he can't even take care of himself. You know, he's mainly trying to get stuff done, I guess.
The army, and I want you to help us blow shit up.
He said it. He said it, not me, guys. He said it.
Warfare is at an inflection point, and the old ways of army acquisition simply don't keep pace with.
Literally an army recruiting video on ycombinator's website, guys. Holy moly. We took the pill, guys. They took the pill.
Modern threats. Modern combat demands commercially developed modular open system solutions, and that's why we ripped up the old acquisition playbook. We need hungry, innovative founders to build.
AI drone would scare you. Yep, it's already it's already happening. Uh-oh.
For the crucible of ground combat. The threats we face change daily, and the army must dominate everywhere, from the Arctic to the archipelago, and from space to subterranean environments. So here is our request for startups. We're the Secretary of the Army, and I want you to help us blow shit up.
Oh, crazy. Crazy, guys. Crazy.
Philosophical conclusion.
Have Silicon Valley having far fewer intermediates between themselves and the military? How it seems, yeah. They're desperate.
Is to look on the bright side. I can't see any way to really stop this incredible momentum of AI and robots. And at times I sort of think, well, perhaps, you know, even if there was a stop button, we probably shouldn't press it because the most likely outcome is incredible abundance for all.
I guess according to Elon, we have to keep going down this path because we're all going to be rich. And they're talking about whether or not we're going to wipe out humanity. So this is where we're at with the Elon in the bubble. It's as dumb as it sounds. One of the fluffers, Matt, he says, every 6 months, my expectations about what Tesla will do in 6 to 12 months from now get pushed back by about 6 months. That's the stuff that they're talking about there. And this guy is a Elon fan.
What about the key man risk? I mean, what happens? You know, heaven forbid, but what if
I should enjoy something which is causing such a massive human cost, but it's peak cinema to see the worst people in the world panic as their evil plans fail. Just wait for an AI bubble to fully pop. Yep. Yep.
happens if you get run over by the proverbial bus tomorrow?
Oh,
You know,
she said it. She said it. She said it, guys. She said, what if you die right now? What's going to happen?
You have total control over these companies. Do you have a plan for how they would progress without you?
I think they would actually do very well for several years, and you know there's a clear roadmap or space map, I should say, for SpaceX, and there's a roadmap Actually, for Tesla, literally.
Imagine the inheritance fight. How many bastard children does this guy have? Yeah. Oh my
And
god.
that's their discussion. What happens after Elon? Because remember, this is all based in hype. He sells all of these dreams and hopes of a future that will never come. It should be obvious to anyone, but sadly, it's not. And there's actually two groups of people. People are selling the nonsense and the dreams and the lies, basically, and people are dumb enough to fall for it. So there's that.
Fool me
Fred,
twice.
then, he's saying Tesla fans are trying hard to claim in the comments and community notes that this is not a robotaxi, but it is 100% a robotaxi. And basically, there's this video here. I guess the car is driving the wrong direction. This is just 23 hours ago. You can see right here. Wrong way. A driver spotted a Tesla robotaxi going the wrong way down a one-way street a day after the company rolled out its driverless taxi service in Tampa. Great.
Oh no.
So if you're in Florida, if you're in Tampa, if you've seen this kind of thing, yeah, I guess that's Tesla going the wrong way on a one-way street. So that's where we're at with this tech that's supposedly going to make us all rich and amazing in business. Wow. I sure believe that. And then you get this. They actually may be cracking down on Tesla. Look at this. U.S. to begin work on new car door safety rules after deaths in Tesla. If you've ever been in a Tesla, the door handle is like really, really weird.
Yeah.
You have to push it in an odd direction. And this is sort of why you design door handles the way you have like throughout history. Just you want to make these stuff safe. So Elon's not interested about safety. He's interested in cutting costs, cut as much stuff as you possibly can, right? And
It's not civilian use. It is military use. Yeah. Yep. They're just testing. We're just testing it.
this is what you get. You got deaths in his cars.
Simple as Iran sends bonds lower, interest rates higher, oil prices higher, and unfortunately stocks lower.
And one other thing, AI spending. So what you're seeing, this is a
Throw
huge
Alphabet in the mix.
Yeah, and this is a huge big tech sell-off. That's really what's driving all of this. Last night, Alphabet came out and said it's going to spend like $200 billion this year on AI. And the big change is that used to be considered good news. The idea that companies were spending on AI would send their stocks up.
Hello,
In the
welcome.
well, it started happening in the first quarter, but really in the last couple of months,
You're gonna have a self-driving trolley system that's way more efficient and simple than self-driving. Yep. The reason they're investing in self-driving is because they want to operate on the roads of other people's cities. Ah, I see.
they are getting punished, and we are seeing it. And a lot of it, you can't take that away from what's going on in Iran and what's going on with oil prices, because if growth weakens and if inflation is sticky, which are the two things that happen with war, then this whole thing does have to get repriced.
And you have these companies just spending all this money on these things that may never be profitable. At the moment, it is a
Everything Musk does is military tech. This guy's a civilian tech. Oh, I believe it.
cash burn venture, this AI stuff. So basically, I build out data centers that cost money. You use my services, be it whatever chatbot that costs money to compute, and they're giving it to you at a loss. This is loss burning, and they're going to say, guys, we're growing our revenue, but they're buying revenue.
What I think about the Tructimus robot is about Tructimus. I thought it was there's a truck now and a robot one.
Because again, they're buying all the data centers.
Doesn't it end up as a lot of lizard at the truck stop? What? Maybe. I think there's so much people working on it. It's sort of weird that U.S. companies are buying the China versions of the robot, but they're probably buying it just to reverse engineer it. So everybody's just reverse engineering everyone's tech. Who knows who will win? But it's good that there's no monopoly, at least.
And for you to use their more advanced models that use too much energy, it's a loser for them.
As president, I've always said that America's goal must be to dominate the future, and that includes being the #1 superpower in artificial intelligence. So important. And this is, I think,
Chinese are superior in every way. Yep.
bigger than the. Frankly, I think it's bigger than the internet. It's bigger than anything anyone's seen.
Better
thus
culture, better
far.
people.
Maybe someday there'll be something bigger than this. Probably.
Better tech? I don't know. Have you seen their web UIs? I don't think their web UIs are good. They lack taste. Culture? I'm not sure about culture. Have you tried looking for toilet paper in the country? And then better people? Only if you're Chinese. If you speak Chinese, you'll enjoy the company of the Chinese. If you don't speak Chinese, you will not enjoy being around a group of Chinese. America's basically a liquidation bankruptcy operation. Yeah, you're talking about, America is collapsing. The American empire is collapsing. You're learning Chinese, not fluent yet. Yeah, I'm learning Korean. You speak Japanese. Ohayo gozaimasu. Or not good morning. Konbanwa. Konbanwa. I'll say. Ni hao. Ni hao. 谢谢. 我会是 no 英文 or 我会是 no 英文 means I'm not I only speak English, or I think that's it. Or I don't remember. I don't remember anymore.
Probably will, but I think up until this point, AI is probably the biggest thing anybody's ever seen, and whoever wins that race is probably going to win. Period.
So that's
My Japanese is native level fluency for someone that is dumb. Okay.
from Trump's point of view, and you remember he doesn't know what any of this stuff is anyway. He just knows that, hey, Trump, we're gonna take your photos. Someone's gonna donate to your campaign, and your family's gonna benefit. Oh, I do it. I'll do crypto. I'll do AI, whatever. Right? And you guys see this stuff before. It's obvious.
Stocks are getting trounced today. Both Alphabet and Tesla on pace for their worst day in more than a year, and are dragging down the major averages.
Learn Idris. Strong recommendation. I mean, I'm using Golang. Do I really need to use Idris? I don't think so. I'm already, it probably doesn't have a really good ecosystem. But if it's like a tool, yes, you need to use Idris too. Okay. I'll see what it's about. If it is, was the AI trained on it? Was the AI trained on it? Because I am doing something that the AI is not trained on. Alright. It's hallucinating enough. I literally had to switch from Rust to TypeScript and from TypeScript to Golang because there was no training. Generative AI is now pretty good with Idris. Okay. Maybe. You know, I'd consider it if you were a subscriber or a customer. One of the two. It's the same thing. If you Twitch subscribe, you have access to SigmaShake Pro by default using your Twitch login. But yeah, I'll consider it. The
reason here is that investors are just freaked out by their spending on AI. Next guest says, don't worry, Dan Ives of Yorkville, Ives & Co. joins us. I mean, that's pretty much your mantra. Don't worry, be happy. But in this case, let's talk about Tesla. I mean, this is a company.
You're providing me with consulting services? Man, I think we're the same age.
I was just reading, its market cap is bigger than the next 36 biggest automakers put together.
Yeah, free of charge on the house. Okay.
Is it just time for it to come down?
I ain't telling my age. That's PII. That's PII, brother.
You heard that on Power Lunch.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's look, the reality. I mean, they're not a car company. When you think about it from an investor perspective,
You're guessing I'm much younger? No, my demographic is around. Everybody's the same age. Everybody that's watching me, they're all the same age.
this is much more about AI, disruptive tech, And I think when you look at Tesla, look, the issue here continues to be, and same with Alphabet, CapEx investment for, let's say in Tesla, for physical AI, when it comes to autonomous, when it comes to Optimus, but you're not seeing in the near term, and that continues to be this gut check moment.
The stock is down.
So I actually agree with Dan Ives here. Tesla is not a car company. Effectively, it is a stock pumping company. Now, he would say, no, this is about AI.
I believe it.
But I mean, come on,
I believe
let's
it.
be real here. AI is a cash burn. This is not a great business model, as I keep telling you guys. And you can see the stock reacting, and they're trying to say, oh, well, it's just short term. Look at the long-term future, and that's what you have to decide. Do you believe it? Do you believe this is eventually going to be profitable? Will all this $1 billion of spend finally pay off?
All these buildings, plants, factories that we're talking about start opening up. All I know is I'd like to be the next president, because I'm going to make somebody look very good. They're going to sit there and all this stuff is going to be opening, and they're going to be saying what a genius they are. That happened with Biden. I got cuts in medicine prices that statutorily took 2 or 3 years. And I got these tremendous cuts, and then they sat there and said, oh, yeah. They didn't even know where they came from. But I got them, and this is going to be a much bigger example. You have all these plants that are going to be opening up over the next 2 years. Sooner, but 2 years. And somebody's going to look very, very smart, and I hope you remember me, because what we've done is something that nobody thought was possible.
So that's Trump. He's telling you electricity is going to go down. AI is going to be awesome. We're going to be China. Wow, fantastic, right? and you have to put this up together, because like it works in combinations. You got the markets, you got what Trump is doing, and then you got to listen to Dan Ives, that connects directly to Trump.
Stock's down a little bit. In the previous hour, I posited to a guest that if they would have cut their spending on AI, the stock would be down a lot more than it is today. What's your take?
This is an arms race that's playing out, and we're only 15% of the way through. The reality
Will they ever
is,
make the money back on the spending? They have to.
I don't.
If they don't, there's no reason to spend it.
I don't think there's even a question. And to some extent, the fact that they continue to spend on CapEx, and you'll see that with Microsoft, you see it with Amazon, the rest of the hyperscalers, it's because enterprises, they're lining up on the use cases. The consumer piece, you've seen Apple, that ultimately is just starting. So it speaks to the point. This is Vegas, 1955, building the strip. I mean, no, that's essentially where they are. So for these companies, they will ultimately get on the chin in terms of as the stocks, but they cannot be short-sighted relative to this CapEx arms race that's playing out.
Vegas, if you didn't show profit, somebody was getting kneecapped.
So you heard it right there. We're basically saying this is Vegas, and I guess in that analogy, then all of these tech companies spending on AI and data centers and such are basically building casinos, and which casino is going to last? I guess that's what we're going to find out as we're turn a whole country into casinos.
Does feel like
Trump,
that.
and you know what happened with Trump's casinos. One way companies could survive theoretically is government contracts. So basically, government's going to come and bail them out. Oracle signs 10-year software contract with Pentagon worth up to $7 billion. This was just announced about an hour ago. Elon Musk and his companies are after government contracts as well. We talked about 4 on the channel. And then you can see what is Trump up to today, and it all connects. Take a look.
Wow. Do I have to report this? I don't want to report this. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. It's got your name on it. That's so good. That's right. That's really good. That's good. Thank you, fellas. You know what that looks like. Thank you.
So what's going on, guys? What's going on?
Right, so you get the idea basically, and this is just this is the Dodgers here. But effectively, though, all companies are doing this. If you want to get government contracts, good in good favor, you give Trump jerseys with his name on it. You give him rings with his name on it, right? And it's even like, oh, do I have to report this? Like, this is kind of the discussions they have behind closed doors when he accepts this kind of stuff. So that's what's going on. Please be careful out there, and I'll catch you on the next video.
Thank you. All right, there's this one. Watch later. Dark truth about AI voice companions. Okay, nice. Man, this is totally AI thumbnail, but you know, we'll see.
Well, folks, it's official. Anthropic now lets you choose from one of 5 AI companions.
What? Wait, what? No. Let me see this. My thing is frozen. What? Companion. Well, let's watch first. Let's watch.
For instance, you could choose airy,
We can chat while you are on a walk.
glassy,
You can ask me about what's on your schedule.
or my personal favorite, sultry French Canadian, rounded.
Best places for voice mode?
There's also mellow,
Worst places for voice